Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan medal video. In this video we are going to take a look at the battle or the God of Destruction battle against Quitela of Universe 4. So this is a pretty tough fight, as all of the God of Destruction fights have been. Obviously some of the toughest content in the game, if not the toughest content in the game. In terms of this team build, we're using the same team build that we used for our other tech-based fight. We're going with a Super Saiyan based team led by the Goku, along with our int 130% lead in the form of Gogeta. We've also got the UI Goku after his recent EZA, along with also having the Vegeta, the GT Vegeta, the Super Saiyan GT Vegeta at 55%. Gotenks at 55%, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the team build. Obviously we have Tech Leafler, who is the ever-present unit in terms of all of these events here. So pretty straightforward event, the team itself requires a little bit of luck. Obviously you want to try and get as many rainbow orbs as possible with Gogeta. That's going to allow him to fire off additional attacks, which will raise his defense. Also gives him a chance to crit and just gives him a chance for evasion. Then you also want to leave a large portion of orbs. You're going to need about 6 or 7 for Vegeta, so that he can tank properly. You're going to definitely need those. The strategy is pretty much the same as the previous one. We're going to use a Whis to open up, probably 2 Whis to open up. Just so our team can build up and the Gotenks can get close to transforming. And then when Gotenks transforms, he should be fine. Like I said, it's going to depend on what dupes you have in which units. If you have a couple dupes in Gotenks, then you can use Gotenks as a main tank once he transforms to Super Saiyan. If you have 1 or 2 dupes, because he does actually get really high defense comparatively to Gogeta. He gets that double chance of defensive stack, and he also raises his defense on his super, and he also has a high chance of additionals. So a Gotenks with a couple dupes is probably better defensively than keeping Gogeta on the rotation. We also want to make sure that we move the Goku and Vegeta Angel unit off rotation here at about turn 3, so that they come back on turn 6. Remember, once they come back on turn 6, if our health is below 50%, they'll provide a full heal and they'll transform into Vegeta. That will obviously be super helpful, because that means we're going to get some health back, but also realistically Vegeta is, he's a good source of damage, and he's also defensively strong enough to not get us killed. But yeah, that's realistically it. Goku will continue to stack his defense on his 12 key. Obviously what you want to do with Goku is you want to make sure that Goku obviously gets hit before he attacks. That'll guarantee double stacking on his super, as he'll fire 2 super attacks, which is obviously super helpful in terms of his performance. So you're going to want to do that, but beyond that there's nothing else too much to Goku. He should be fine. Obviously try and find a friend lead that has a high amount of dupes if possible. If you have your own Goku, then just run Goku as the lead as well, and you can maybe drop out whichever unit has the least dupes between Gogeta, Gotenks, or the if you don't have the Vegeta LR, you can obviously drop them out probably. So yeah, realistically that's how we're gonna face it with this team. Other alternative team builds are definitely Interplanetary Destruction, led by Double Broly. You can now put the new Vegeta LR on there, so that's really good. But yeah, realistically that's kind of your only other option. But beyond that, I mean, everything should be okay. The team is pretty strong. Tech Leafler obviously super helpful. Your main goal is just getting to turn 6 to get that heal. Then you should have enough DPS and enough built up defense to be okay. Try and link up your MUI Goku, or your UI Goku I should say, with your Tech Leafler. Not only will that give you a whole turn of evasion when Goku transforms pretty much, but it also just gives you some kind of linking and key for Goku, because they both share terminal power, which is super duper helpful. So yeah, just try and keep that in mind. Vegeta here, GT Vegeta, he actually is fine. he will be more than fine as long as he gets enough orbs. He actually tanks really well. So yeah, really impressed with GT Vegeta. I think he was really awesome. Getting him at 50, getting a copy of him filled up a slot in my team that was super weak and helped me to finish these events. So yeah, he was really solid, really awesome, and I think he's really good at 55%. So yeah, awesome stuff there. But other than that, pretty much the same procedure as last time. Quitela, he does have some evasion, which can get a little bit annoying, but he only really seems to super once, which isn't the end of the world. And he doesn't lower defense or anything on it, it just hits pretty hard. So overall, not really the end of the world. One of the easier fights. It's just that the team I was using was a little bit weak. But you can see here Goku, once he's built up a couple super attacks, he tanks more than fine for the super attacks, and he doesn't take a lot of damage at all. And these double super attacks are taking a bar of health each time, even without getting a lot of crits. If you do have Goku though, please remember to build him into crits. That is your best bet in terms of Goku's performance. And you're gonna really want to make sure that you get enough orbs to try and trigger double super attacks with Gogeta. That's the only real way he's gonna be okay-ish defensively. Without those double supers, he can take quite a bit of damage, even at 100% like mine is. So yeah, they don't have a lot of defensive links, Super Saiyans, so you can raise their links if you want. That'll help you offensively, but it's not gonna help you too much defensively. So just keep that in mind. But you'll see here, we're a bit low on health, but it's okay because now we finally get our heal back. So that's where these guys really come in handy. That heal, we're also going to get the transformation with the MUI Goku. So not only do we get the heal back, but we also have 2 units with full evasion this turn. So yeah, we should be more than fine. And we should be able to dish out some damage. We're also going to have our Siblings Bond support item activate. We don't have a lot of Siblings Bond units, but the additional 18% health would have come in handy if we didn't, get the full heal or anything. So yeah, realistically, everything kind of went to plan here. Obviously, we had Caulifla. She's going to just provide some evasion and get out of the way of Quitela here. And then of course we're going to have MUI Goku doing some really big damage as well. Some nice huge chunky damage, and that's going to really help push us through. Because he stacks still, so he'll keep ramping up that damage, and his defense should be high enough now, especially with a couple bits of evasion thrown in there. And then of course we also have Vegeta, who does good damage. He also in first slot would raise the attack of the rest of our team. But the counters are really going to be where everything kind of falls into place here. It's really going to help us out in terms of his damage. So yeah, and you'll see here he will take a super attack. But you can see he takes 200k, which is a lot, obviously. So he does still take damage, but it's something that we can heal up now with our higher defense units. We are going to need a little bit of luck here, just to make sure that we obviously get the victory. So you can see here I'm trying to make sure that we arrange ourselves in getting rainbow orbs for Gogeta and getting a whole bunch of orbs for Vegeta. You want to try and get more than 5 orbs. You want to try and get like 6 with Vegeta. That'll make him tank more than fine. But you'll be okay as long as Goku dishes out some damage, and we will get some big damage from Goku here. That is how we get the victory. But obviously, yeah, it's just going to depend still a little bit on luck. I mean, yeah, unless you have a full rainbow options of suites of units, then yeah, you definitely can complete these stages quite easily. But if you are trying to run 55% units, if you are trying to run like 1 lead or mono leads or things like that, you're always going to need a little bit of luck just to make sure that you get through. But we'll secure the victory here, no problem. Goku himself tanking more than fine, and we'll have Gogeta wrap things up. Which is fitting because he, is pretty much the lead for the team from my side. But yeah, pretty fun event, obviously quite challenging, but we'll see how everything goes from here. So let me know how you guys found this event in the comments down below. Let me know if you found it quite challenging, what team builds did you use, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, stay safe and bye!